Here's the lowdown. God uses everyday situations to speak, challenge, and teach us. So I was outside with my wife and my kids one day on a beautiful day, and there's a tree in our yard that we can just grow, that's growing and that we can just climb. And, the kids were looking up there, they climb up to like 2 branches, and my wife's like, no, don't go up any higher. And I was like, I wonder, at 38 years of age, if I can climb that tree to the top. And so I'm like, all right, I'm going to do it. So I climb up to the top of the tree, get up there, and I'm like, wow, this is funny. Makes me feel young again. And I get down, and then my wife's like, well, I want to do it. So she climbs up, and she gets to the top. And so the kids then go, well, we want to play, we want to climb. And my wife's like, no, you can only go up so high. I don't want you going up, especially not without Daddy. I'm just not confident. I want you to wait. So the next day, Kristen's going to a Bible study, and so I go outside, and the kids are like, Dad, can we climb this tree? And I'm like, okay, sure, go ahead. So they climb the tree, and my daughter, who's 7, climbs the tree to the very top, where Mom and Dad had gotten. And I'm watching this, and I'm looking at it, and I'm seeing her climb to the top, and I'm like, that's pretty high up there, and it's making me nervous that she's getting up there, but she's so confident and looking down and going, I'm on top of the world! Look at how high I am! And so when it's time for her to come down, I see the moment when she starts to lose her confidence. There's a part in the tree where it's easy to reach up and pull yourself up, but to stretch yourself down and touch that branch, it takes courage, guts, and a lot of confidence. And I know that it's a scary part of the tree. And so I immediately jump into the tree and start climbing up to her, because I know that there's going to be a fine line of time between enjoying this and fear making her not be able to move. And so I get up there just as she's starting to cross this line of fear, and she's kind of held in place, even in an uncomfortable position in this tree. And I'm like, I'm right here. And she's starting to cry. And I said, Haley, stop crying. Now is not the time to let fear take over. Listen to my voice. Focus on me. I am right here. I have a hold of you. We will get down together. And so through some whimpering and hesitation, she starts to get down, as I have like a death grip on the back of her shirt, and I'm leading her and telling her, put your left foot here, your right foot here, bring your left arm down, grab this branch here. And I am walking her down this tree, this unfamiliar part of the tree. And then once she gets to a familiar part of the tree where she's climbed 100 times, she says, okay, Dad, okay, get down, get off the tree, go away. And so I get down. And her friends were there watching her climb. And so I get off the tree. And once she gets down, there's not a trace of the fear on her. There's not a trace of anything except excitement and pride that she climbed up there, completely forgetting where she was just a few minutes ago. And then there was no acknowledgement that Daddy came and saved her. And I didn't need recognition from her. I didn't need her to say, Daddy, thank you for saving me. Because for me, the gratitude of just seeing her joy and sense of accomplishment was enough. But then I start to think about that, and I feel God convicting me in it. And he says, how often do you do that to me? I let you climb those things, climb those heights to explore. And then when you get out of your comfort zone, out of place, out of the depth of your experience, you start to tremble in fear and start to cry out to me. Your tears start to fall, and I'm immediately right there. I never took my eyes off of you. I'm immediately right there. I knew when you were going to hit that moment, and I'm here to catch you. And how often does he lead me step by step, branch by branch, back down to the safety? And then I don't acknowledge his efforts. I don't acknowledge the time, the care and love that he took to get me down back to a place that was familiar, and still leave me with the excitement and the wonder in my eyes of what just happened. But I don't give him enough credit, because without him I would have been paralyzed in fear. Just paralyzed, unable to move, stuck there without his hand guiding me, his voice talking to me. And then I just push him away when I get comfortable again. How often is all of our relationship with the Lord based on that? That we cry out to him in the moment of pure fear, but when we're ascending to new heights, we don't think to bring him along. We get back to familiar territory, and we don't acknowledge what he's done. And so it was humbling. It was humbling to see that, and I felt that this is a story that I needed to share with you guys, because it's an introspective, challenging lesson. To acknowledge God in all our ways, because he has always been faithful, way more faithful than we have ever been to him. And so we owe him some recognition.